Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in what's going down with y'all tonight. I know I'm late as hell. I know I was supposed to been up on here. Got tied up, was ripping and running all over the place. Y'all know what go down with it, though. We're going to go through it. We ain't going to do too long tonight. Gonna try to keep it a little bit more on topic and flush and go all the way through, man. Make sure you tapped in. Isn't it like we say, man, this ain't no live stream, this a vibe stream. We gonna leave it up there too, man. I ain't finna be on here all night tonight with y'all, man. But it's going down. I like to come. I don't know, I've just been in that bag lately, man, to just, running through the stuff that's going on in the game, trying to talk about it, because a nigga gonna talk about it anyways. That's what a nigga do, just in life. Before a YouTube, before a Instagram, before a Twitter, nigga, we was just politicking about rap music, politicking about what's the latest going on in the rap game and sports and just, the figures, man. This barbershop like vibes, outside kicking it with my boys vibes, and we all copping the latest tapes and the latest downloading the latest mixtapes and who we think who had the hardest verse on the song. And this is just an extension of that. A nigga just older than being a kid now. But we've been on this rap stuff for life, man. So anything going on, we loving it. And we trying to, see people win and get better. We trying to get better. We trying to grow up. We trying to glow up. Trying to get everything on point, man. We had a lot go on today. We're going to run through it, man. This ain't like I say, this ain't a live stream. This a vibe stream. We don't need no donations, but we do need participation. We need energy. I know it's late at night. I know it's like 1 a.m. Get up in that chat, though, man. Get up in the chat. Get active. Type. Put your comments in there. Let me know where y'all from. Everything like that, man. The engagement going to turn it up. The interaction going to turn it up, man. We finna go through everything tonight. Shout out to everybody at work, everybody that's off work, anybody on the forklifts, anybody driving them trucks, anybody stocking, anybody at them gas stations. We got people from all over that be tapped in, from Cali to Florida to Louisiana, the whole Texas, man, Mississippi, Alabama, Chicago, New York. They tap it in with urban politicians everywhere, man. We appreciate that. Studio 56 podcast. We going live again on Monday right here on Urban Politicians TV. Make sure y'all subscribed over there. We finna get it though, man. Let's get it. Boosie. Boosie was denied bond. I saw it earlier today. For the people that don't know, because some people might be new, let me go down. Because if you ever watch my videos, I try to give a quick run through of everything that led us up to where we are, and I do that for a specific reason. See, a lot of people be knowing, a lot of people feel like they already know all the stuff when I start talking, when I'm giving you everything. I do that because it's people that's their first time. They might not saw the old video. You know what I'm saying? They might not have saw what happened in the beginning. So I try to give them that. So with Boosie in this case, Boosie was out in San Diego Wednesday. He caught the charge there last month for the guns. Now, we didn't know exactly what happened. There was different rumors online. I don't know. I just know he caught gun charges out there in San Diego. He had some business out there, had a couple shows out there in Cali. I think he had some shit in LA and San Diego. But he went to San Diego first. Then he had a show. And I know he shot a video with an artist out there. Somehow they got caught with the guns in the car. He was arrested. And he went out there to San Diego yesterday, which was Wednesday, 2 days ago now. And the charges were actually dismissed. The gun charges he had in San Diego were dismissed. And then they came back and said that federal agents arrested him in the courtroom. So that was like, dang, that's what news broke on Thursday afternoon, evening time when I saw it. I spoke on that. Like, damn, Boosie, it's crazy. Like, dog went to court, fighting a gun charge, they dismiss it. Then you in the courtroom, the feds come in there and arrest you. That's real. That's when it get real. So today, it came out that he was denied bond. And I was skeptical when I saw that news at first because I'm not a nigga that come on here and act like I know everything about the law, bro, because I don't. I don't know everything about the law. I don't know everything. I know some things, but I don't know everything about the law. That's why I like to wait till all the reports come out. I can get all the facts and everything like that. So I saw everybody putting online that he was denied bond, but nobody gave a source. Nobody posted up the the actual paperwork saying that he was denied bond or anything. So I was like, let me wait a little bit. Then I seen that Vlad had put it up. So I'll take Vlad word for it on Boosie. I take Vlad word on it for Boosie because they have a tight relationship. I'm pretty sure Vlad can get in contact with somebody at Boosie's team, or Vlad can get in contact with somebody at the courthouse or the system or anything, or he knows people that can get him the information. Same thing like TMZ. People be having relationships, and I would think that Vlad would not put out especially on Boosie. Vlad ain't finna put out nothing false on Boosie. That's his bread. That's one of his pieces. That's one of his key things, man. No, I'm talking about him putting out the information. Vlad is not finna put out no lie on Boosie. I would feel that he would put it out there as credible, like it'll be a credible source if he putting something out there on Boosie. So that's where we at right now. Any questions on that? Oh, the charges say this. My bad, I tripped out. According to sources close to the case, Boosie is facing multiple gun charges. The charges include being a felon in possession of a firearm and transporting firearms across interstate highways. Vlad TV was also informed that Boosie's bond was denied and his next court date is Tuesday, June 20th. So that'll be next week. Next week he got court. That'll be the day we get to see all the charges, see what they're working with. Now, felon in possession of a firearm, man. Shout out to everybody up here. My boy Just Talking, Dutch, GD Network, Heartbreak Kid, Flex 2 times, Embrace Black. I like that. Leonard Peel, Zay Scorn, Cat Love in the building. My bad, I got in here late tonight. I don't know what they talking about with Boosie with this case. They being extradited. As I told y'all before, I'm not with convicted felons getting charged with weapons if they're not committing a crime with the weapon. I'm not with that. Yes, they do have laws that they can't have a gun. But if the gun is being used for protection, I don't give a damn what's going on. I don't care about the laws, bro. The laws don't set my standards of morals. I do understand that you have to obey the laws to stay free. I do understand that America has laws and it's a system and you know the rules before you break them. And this is why it's good to never get a felony on your background or become a convicted felon, because these things can hurt you in the long run. But it still don't change the fact in my mind that these things should be judged case by case. Was I shooting at somebody? Was I going to commit a crime? Or am I a rapper that travels city to city, state to state? To anybody who doesn't understand me, no, I'm not contradicting shit. Y'all are mentally trained. Y'all are mentally trained to believe that every law makes, like I said, I'm telling you, you have to obey the laws to stay free. This is a fact. But these laws are outdated. These laws are outdated. Way outdated. Long outdated. Yes, you know the laws, but at the same time, a convicted felon not having a gun can be a life or death situation. We see people at Walmarts killing innocent people. We see people at malls killing innocent people. We see people walking in churches and schools killing innocent people. We see random people getting robbed. We see rappers getting tried every day. Rap is a profession. Rap is a profession. Anthony Owensby. There is no finding a way around the law, nigga. I don't give a fuck about the law. You must be new here. When you talk to Big Ant, no, I'm not on. We might be in different places mentally. You go with what's going on. I understand what's going on. It's a big difference. You telling me about laws 60 years ago, if you're black, nigga, by law, you couldn't be in the store with a white man. That's only 60 years ago. 60 years ago, by law, you couldn't drink a water fountain with them. So don't tell me that something makes sense because it's a law. By law, 60 years ago, 180, they'll fuck your mama and make you watch, nigga. By law, they can do that. So just because something is a law, I'm going to tell my people, obey the laws because they got the power to take you off the streets. But I'm not following the law because it's a law. Just because it's a law, it don't make sense to me. You understand? See, I talk different over here. See, niggas be wanting to talk about this. I don't think I'm better than niggas. I don't come on here for that type of shit. I come on here to raise awareness, bro. Fuck a law. If it's outdated, if it's hindering people, Boosie's a rapper. He's a branded rapper in business. He's worth millions of dollars. Millions. Overall, Boosie can be upwards of millions of dollars. Somebody can sign him to a record deal right now, and it would be well worth $1 million eventually. So, we see these rappers getting killed. We see these rappers getting robbed. And I like when niggas bring up Drake. I like when y'all bring up Jay-Z. Every rapper can't be on Jay-Z level, nigga. See, you can't win with me because I think before I speak. Every rapper can't be on Jay-Z level, nigga. Every rapper can't go to the biggest venue. The early parts of your rap career or the independent parts of your rap career, you have to get your money out the streets. You have to get booked at smaller venues. You have to go do features. You have to go to studios. You can't afford $100,000, $200,000 a year security per officer. Now, if it came out Boosie broke the law as far as he was doing something stupid and he caused this situation because he did something stupid or he got into it with a nigga or he was tripping, then it's like, okay, nigga, you brought this on yourself. I mean, he has to wear it regardless. I want to make that clear. But if he has a weapon on him to protect his life, I'm not with that. That's an outdated law. Outdated law. For if you're going to have him around you full time, probably $100K a year or more. Is a nigga supposed to stay in his house all day? I mean, nigga got to go to the grocery store, the corner store, got to go out to eat, got to live life, got to travel. If I'm going to have a security guard with me everywhere I go, come on. Facts. You got to protect your life. Boosie got shot in 2020. I want to make this clear for the people that catch this. Anthony Owensby. Fuck a rock band, nigga. This rap and hip hop. Fuck a rock band, nigga. Security. French Montana security got shot, nigga. I like niggas like you because you can't win on here. I like niggas like you who come on rap and hip hop platforms and try to tear down rap while the white man is in the office loving it because it's one of the #1 forms of entertainment, nigga. Rap and hip hop is making the world go round. Even the gangster side and the street side of it, generating billions of dollars through this economy. Billions of dollars through this economy. The rap, urban, street side of hip hop is generating billions of dollars throughout this world, nigga. So guess what that means? It's important. From the lowest level nigga to the highest level nigga. It gets the most focus. Niggas like you come watch it. Niggas like you want to come talk about it. And then you want to compare it to rock and roll. Get your shit together and open up your mind. Every rapper can't afford to have security, nigga. Every rapper can't afford to have 10 niggas in an entourage with them carrying guns. This shit bigger than rap, though, because it affects everyday niggas on the streets. If I have a gun for protection and I done some time before, you telling me, hey, nigga, I'm supposed to go to prison for 5-6 years because I had a gun on me, but I wasn't doing nothing to nobody? Come on now. What about the ones who ain't got millions, nigga? Mo Akbar. What about the rappers who don't have millions for security? Give me an answer. Give me an answer. What about the niggas that can't afford that? What about the niggas that don't have millions of dollars? Come on, give me an answer. What about the rappers that don't have millions? Niggas telling me security, fam, security guards get shot too. Niggas shoot up cars. You think security gonna motherfucking what you call it? You think security gonna jump in front of bullet for you? Sometimes these things unfortunate happen, bro. Sometimes these things happen. But I like that we have these type of niggas like y'all. I like y'all type of niggas. You want to know why I like y'all type of niggas? Because all y'all do is talk down on rappers, talk down on hip-hop, talk down on all the negativity, shit on all of it. But it's crazy because you watch it and you pay attention to it. I love the rap game, nigga. I want us to do better. I want niggas to stop going to jail and stop killing. But y'all ain't watching me right now if I ain't talking about rappers. Here y'all niggas is acting like y'all don't care about the shit. Fuck these niggas, fuck these niggas. It's 1:30 in Ace time. I appreciate y'all watching. I most definitely do. I appreciate y'all watching. Daryl Dixon, thank you. We was going to talk about that. I actually got a good clip. Y'all make sure y'all watch this clip on this topic right here. I got a clip from an interview coming real soon on this. I'm saying nigga to the day I die. That's how I was raised. Until I get older and I don't like the word nigga no more. I'm always going to say nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga. Who gives a shit if he had a gun or not? I said the law was outdated, but we gonna move on, man. If you can't understand what I'm saying, then it ain't meant for you to understand. Like I said, y'all think laws are governing morals. Y'all think laws are governing how life is supposed to be. I said no, and I gave y'all niggas reasons why. The same people that created these gun laws is the same people that said we can fuck your mama and make you watch, nigga, by law. Take your baby away and sell them for money. Take your baby and lose your baby for however we want to use them. We'll breed you niggas. The same laws, nigga, was created by the same people. So y'all that move y'all moral compass with the laws, I ain't got nothing for you. Live how you live, nigga. I'm going to tell you what I stand on. We'll see what happens. More information to come out. Hopefully it work out the best for Boosie and everything. We shall see, man. What else we had going on? We'll get to this right now. I actually just dropped a video on it. You don't have to get on Black TV. The fuck is you talking about, nigga? This is Black TV, nigga. Makes sense. You can be a law-abiding citizen and get your head blown, my nigga, with no morals. You thought you wrecked with that? Shout out to y'all turning the channel up too, man. We don't even know all the details yet of this case. So we'll wait and see what happens. More details will come out. They can be stretching and reaching, y'all. They can be stretching and reaching. We shall see. But I did just drop a video on Young Thug going to Instagram tonight. Did y'all see that? I don't have my Instagram shit on this computer, and I can't remember my fucking password, so I got to show y'all on the phone. Let's get over there to that real quick. Young Thug posted up a barcode. Hold on. Now, this is what happened. What you call it? Gunna dropped a new project tonight. I forgot the name of it. The Gift and the Curse. And Gunna went to what you call it went to somebody. I put a video out on it, but I'm pretty sure somebody else did. But Gunna dropped a new project. Somebody else probably put a video. I put a video out, but that nigga Thug went to Instagram and posted a barcode. And the barcode, ain't nobody else drop a video yet that I see on it normally. I'm probably one of those niggas, few niggas that was up this late probably tonight. So he put up this barcode. I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna go to my video real quick and show it. Yo, it's big. He put up this barcode real on there. It said business is business. This is it right here. Thug posted this probably like 2 hours ago now, which Gunna's album dropped tonight. Says Thug, it's on Thug Instagram, and I would only think that that's a response to the album coming out. Y'all think a nigga reaching by saying that? Now people gonna check out Gunna album. They gotta hear, Gunna was a good artist before all this happened, just making music in itself, whether you liked it or not. Sonically, the music was good, but the hype, the attention, the nosiness, the just wanting to hear what he got to say, and you can't blame people. Like, they gonna want to hear what this nigga got to say. They gonna want to hear, like, hey, bro, what is he gonna speak on? What is he gonna address? What does he rap about now? Is he gonna talk gangster? Is he gonna tell, is he gonna give us any clues? Because we still don't know the other side of this trial. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, if Gunna wants to, every man got a right to do what they want to do. Just got to be ready for the consequences of your actions. You feel me? Doug posted this up. It's a barcode, and when you go to the barcode, I'm gonna show y'all on my phone. I'm gonna show y'all what happens. And I'm doing this live stream tonight because I might not drop no content tomorrow. So y'all turn this up, man. We need engagement, not payment. We need participation, not donations, man. We need the energy. Turn them lights up, get in the comments, all that. Let me see. I gotta go to Thug Instagram. It's on there. And he put business is business in the caption also. Business is business. This is it. And then the caption say business is business. It's a countdown though. I'll show y'all the countdown when you scan it. It say business is business.com. Trying to catch it. Well, y'all can see that. Hold on. Damn, I'm moving too long. Damn. You go to this right here, businessisbusiness.com, and it's a countdown. 5 days, 21 hours now. Shout out to Heartbreak Kid, man. So that's that. That's what Thug posted tonight. On the same day they're gonna drop this project, so we don't know what the countdown is for. Maybe Thug gonna put out some music. We'll see what happens with this. He said business is building. Business is build. Business is business, man. Business is business. That can mean a lot of things, bro. Business is business means a lot, can mean a lot of things. Business is business. And we haven't seen Thug be active on social media in a long time, but that's pretty much it. And like I said, bro, I want this to be clear. I always got to come remind y'all this because I don't want niggas to be. The internet is a weird fucking place with niggas, bro. It's very weird. It's very obsessive. It's niggas that sit on the internet all day and try to find niggas flaws, find niggas problems. Get a fucking life. Sit on the internet and try to find niggas contradictions. And fam, I tell y'all niggas a million times, a nigga is not no street nigga. I am not no gangster. I'm not no killer. None of that shit, nigga. But I know how this shit work. When you claim gang, you gotta be ready to go down with that when it get real. There is no, if y'all on the gang charge, niggas is not trying to understand why you went into the courtroom and admitted to this being a gang when my whole defense is this is not a gang. It is what it is. I tell people for the platform's sake, because this Alfred plea that Gunna has is supposed to make it to where he will not, that this will not be used against Young Thug in court. That's what they told us. Do I believe it? Of course not. Of course I don't believe the motherfucking system. I gotta see it to believe it. Anything them people say, I gotta see it to believe it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anything you say in the courtroom, they using that shit. Whether it was told it wasn't, I feel like they ain't finna let you go inside the courtroom and say anything that can't be used to hurt a nigga. That don't even make sense to me. But if it's like that, then technically, if they can't use what Gunna said against Young Thug, in his case, then he would not be a snitch. If that plea deal don't affect Young Thug in no type of way, shape, form, or fashion, then Gunna would not be a snitch. But if they do, that's what snitching is. I don't make the rules. These is things that was going on way before a nigga was born, man. Agreed? Understood? Let me get some feedback, man. Let me know. Orange County, Florida in the building. What up, Mike Brown? What's going down? Shout out to Orange County. Shout out to Florida. Let me know what's good. What y'all think about that? Gunna gonna be in there saying objection. I don't know. He might. So from what I hear, he might not get called back to trial. From my shit looking now, man, they might as well get these niggas. They might as well get these niggas man. Bonds. Have they got any jurors seated yet? Nigga, we way in June. We really in July. It's the 16th. Happy B-Day to Tupac and happy B-Day to my T-Lady. And that's why I might be taking tomorrow. Y'all probably not gonna get no content out of me tomorrow because I'm gonna be kicking it with my T lady, man. For her birthday. Make sure I'm fully focused and chill and relaxed for that. I ain't finna be trying to get caught up and rushing and trying to do this, do that. Kicking with my T lady tomorrow, man. So might not get no content out of me tomorrow, man. This is gonna be the content for tomorrow. I just dropped that Boosie video. Then I dropped the Young Thug video, this one right here. Then y'all got this live stream, nigga, for me. That's what the supporters get. That's tomorrow work. Unless it's just some big shit that go on that gotta be covered. Yup, happy B-Day to mama politicians, man. June 16th, man. Let's move on. T-Lady is mama in certain states. You know, every region got different names for their mothers. I know, like in the Midwest, they call their mamas their OGs. In different places. I mean, if it's something quick that can be spoke on, I'll get on the road and we'll get out there and do it. If it's something that gotta get addressed, but other than that, we chilling tomorrow, man. Fuck it. Let's move on. What else do we have going today? YNW Melly, crazy day in trial, man. Crazy day. I gotta start moving a little faster through these topics, man, when I be trying to get up out of here quick. But I'm gonna go overboard tonight just a little bit. Let me give y'all a quick recap of YNW Melly. They are pushing for the mistrial now. We don't know yet, but key pieces got taken out. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been really wanting to cover this trial so much, man, because it's like so different, man. It's different. Like, this is crazy. Once again, rest in peace to Sack Chaser. Rest in peace to Juvie. The key things that happen is they are pushing for a mistrial now because of the things the jury has saw. YNW Melly's ex-mother got brought into play, and she says she doesn't remember things. And we'll go through that real quick. Then I'll play the part with hold on. And this is on Law and Crime Network.
Actually used every single day. Thousands of men across the world already love.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about your deposition. Yes. Do you recall anything provided a copy of that deposition?
They're going to be hitting objection. They's asking her about receiving money after the murders.
So on December 14th, 2022.
They don't have a motive.
Were you asked if you need to make any corrections?
They don't have a murder weapon.
To the statement of December of 2018.
That's what the deposition said, judicially.
And did you indicate that there was no corrections or deletions in her statements?
I don't remember, but that's what's on the deposition.
So, December of 2022, you said that this is a correct statement.
Objection. Sustained.
So, Ms. Holmes, is the December 2018 statement that you gave correct and honest?
Objection. Excuse me. You have to let, I don't understand you're trying to answer the question. When they raise an objection, let me answer the objection first.
Yes, sir.
Objection notice overruled. Question is the statement. Repeat your question.
Is this December 2018 statement correct and honest?
I don't remember the December 2018 statement.
In December of 2022,
Yes, ma'am.
did you state that it was an honest and correct statement?
That's what you put in the deposition. I don't remember saying it, so I can't remember verbatim what happened. I can remember some parts of this deposition, but not all.
Okay, is there anything that you need to refresh your recollection to determine whether or not I'm being truthful and accurate as to what the question was in your answer?
I don't know what you say that.
Okay.
Is that a question?
And actually, if there's anything that would
Please,
help.
one at a time. I just wanted to let her finish her answer before you ask the next question.
So, Ms. Holmes, is there anything that would help refresh your recollection?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Would the audio of the statement of December 2018 help?
Objection.
What's the objection?
It's irrelevant. She testified 3 times.
Excuse me. Thank you. Not us to this. Go ahead. Overrule.
I don't.
Damn, he keeps saying objection.
So, Ms. Holmes.
It got tense another day, man.
Events of October 26th, 2018.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you travel down here to Burlington?
Yes, I did.
Who did you come with?
My daughter and my wife.
Okay, where did you go?
We went to,
Right down.
I didn't hear your answer. Could you
which
repeat?
one?
I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry. My daughter's working.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hold
So
on.
we're from rapping, it's about it.
Okay, any other individual that family? Ms. Holmes, do you recognize the 2 individuals in that photograph?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize them?
I know freedom from being on Instagram from rapping, it's about it.
Okay, any other individual that family?
My daughter's working.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear your answer. Could you
Which
repeat?
one? Do I recognize?
Thank you.
I do recognize, Frito from Instagram for being a rapper, and I recognize Janelle from dating my daughter.
You're at this time, the state would request an receipt triple N. N is the next number of exhibit. When you said Frito, is this the individual's house you went to?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotten from the defendant, Development's manager.
None.
Credit union.
All right, so that got pretty intense.
All us, crazy.
So he did give you.
Objection, or just clarify, counsel.
So it's clear who is Jameson Price. So AA and his wife.
We're all good friends.
So I'm going to go now to previously shown to defense counsel and mark this state triple M. It's a composite of 17 pages. Did you have an opportunity to review that prior to coming into court today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and in terms of the individuals and the phone numbers that are on that.
I'm not as brave as I was before you came. Not brave enough to live without you.
Damn, that was too long. Hold on. My bad, y'all. That was the wrong one. Wrong one.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about your deposition.
Yes.
Let's go to the mistrial part.
Sure as I could predict, some information that it wanted to put before the jury, which it found no permissible way to do. Court warned the state, I don't want you trying to go through the back door, but you can't get through the front door, and they launched immediately.
What's good, everybody in the building? I ain't seeing the building, Dutch in the building,
The jury
Heartbreak
sat
Kid, Mailman.
While
Just talking
the state
T-Smooth
made
Productions.
implication after implication, introduced admissible evidence after admissible evidence to the substantial prejudice of this defendant. And so not only did they do it after we raised the issue, they did it after the court ruled against the state and admonished the state not to do just that. And they launched into that pursuit. Mr. Dennis has been prejudiced. This jury sat there and watched this fiasco unfold with at least 10, maybe 15 sidebars after every 2 questions, with the implications that were being all predicated on the implications and the inadmissible testimony that Ms. Bradley herself read into and spoke into the record. And for that reason, we think that it was deliberate, it is highly prejudicial. This jury has been tainted, and we move for a mistrial. Oh, there's one more thing. If you don't mind, I'll have Mr. haven't seen articulate what that means.
This is your motion for Mr. Travis?
Yes, it's our motion for mistrial.
This is the second one. All right, go ahead.
Well,
Yes.
second one. Judge, in my entire career, I've never heard the state
This is the mistrial stuff, y'all. If you just
no
coming in,
evidence whatsoever that the defense team would take care of this witness. And even though the court gave that instruction and told them to ignore it, that question, the defense team would take care of you if you answered like this, is so improper. Not only does it taint our client on the other questions, but it taints everybody at this table. And despite the judge, your honor's instruction to ignore it, it's pretty hard to ignore something like that. When their entire questioning for the last 30, 40 minutes have been so improper, and the court told them not to do it. And they proceeded and proceeded and proceeded. We're moving for a mistrial.
And just for the record, Your Honor, I personally
that nigga been aggressive,
have
man.
seen Ms. Holmes.
See how he
in
threw
flesh.
his shit on the
I've
table right
spoken
there?
to her twice ever.
That shit is wild. That nigga just threw his shit on there like, bro, he was aggressive as fuck. Like,
Proceeded and proceeded. We're moving for a mistrial.
And just for the record, Your Honor, I personally
these niggas act like they got
have
beef,
seen Ms.
nigga.
Holmes in
Like,
flesh or spoken to her twice ever at that deposition and today. Never by phone, never by text. Couldn't distinguish her from a can of paint until she showed up for the depot, and I haven't spoken to her since. So just to let the court know, there is no factual predicate for the implication, or not implication, the accusation made by the state that the defense sought to take care of her.
And the same for me. I met her at the depot and saw her today.
For the record, it was my first time ever seeing her in Hawaii.
Thank you. Well done, guys. Counsel?
Yes.
Yes, madam?
Judge, with regards to that, the statements that were in the records are what was used as impeachment, where it says they said that they were going to take care of us. Defense read into it and implied it meant it never said the defense team in any way, shape, or form. So defense implied or read into that in some additional context that was not intended in any way, shape, or form. I was basing it based in the records and the statements that this witness made and put forth in her Instagram account about this case on that. And so in terms of the forming the questions, Your Honor, it was understood that I was put under very strict and difficult conditions to formulate any question, because defense obviously wants to limit, because they know the contents of what this individual has said and all of the statements that she has made that are damaging to their client. Hence why the state would be seeking to use her as a witness.
That means nothing, Your Honor. The
man, they
fact
both jumping
that
up, bro. They
it's
niggas is like,
I'll concede that. It's inadmissible. And the states of this impression that there is a catch-all, we're only trying to seek justice and do good exceptions to all the rules of evidence, and there is no such thing. If it's admissible, admit it through an admissible procedure. You don't try and end around the court's order and the case law by coming in on some pretext and doing exactly what I told the court would happen and create an entire prejudicial fiasco and introduce inadmissible evidence into the record. That's what occurred, and this jury has been irreparably prejudiced. Or
that was that. So they supposed to have this evidence, but something got taken out. The Snapchat, supposedly, allegedly, I didn't see it. I don't know. They were supposed to have something on Snapchat that they was claiming where he put the weapon, if I'm not mistaken. but that was taken out also. That was thrown out.
What happened?
Then YNW Melly, I saw today when I saw this for myself, so I watched it. The lady that does the is this the one?
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything related to your work.
Mr. Bello, at the conclusion of your testimony.
It was a lady that was talking that she said
Mr. Bello, at the conclusion of your testimony, I think you should hand out.
there was no gunpowder, there was no proven gunpowder or gun residue, one or the other, inside of the car. And a big part of that case that they saying happened was they were shot and killed from the inside of the car. But there was no gunpowder residue from the inside of the car. Or it wasn't traceable. It wasn't enough to prove that that was that. And then it was none somewhere else they had said when she did the test.
I can say that two of them came from one firearm, and then
Examine these projectiles and casings on two different dates, correct?
correct,
One was on, I think your report was 1/11,
correct,
and the other one was on 3/3 of 22.
correct,
1/11 of 2019, and then 3/3 of 2022.
correct.
Could you tell us, beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt after all of this examination, how many firearms created these casings and projectiles?
So what I can say is that one firearm fired the casings, so one firearm produced the cartridge cases that were submitted. And as far as the projectiles are concerned, I can say that two of them came from one firearm, and then the other ones could have come from the same firearm, but I cannot conclusively say that there was one.
Okay, so there could be more than one firearm that created all of these items, correct?
As far as the projectiles, yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Now, after you did all of this analysis, were you able to determine what gun was used to create these projectiles and casings?
No, in the absence of a firearm, I cannot conclusively say it was one or the other.
Have you heard the term trajectory reconstruction?
Yes,
What is that?
that's typically an examination that's done using either rods, some people use lasers to match points on a line that would designate the trajectory of a projectile that was traveling.
And that would be able to place, supposedly, if you can do it, where the shooter or shooters were when they fired the firearm.
Certainly, at least the firearm. Okay, it would be the muzzle of the firearm is technically the origin point. Yes.
And that would be in someone's hand,
Somebody's
right?
right.
Let me see. What we're talking about is being able to tell where the muzzle was, so you in essence would be able to tell where the shooter.
Correct.
I just want.
No problem.
So they did a lot of that today.
When you do a trajectory reconstruction,
I did want y'all to see the part with that lady that was speaking today, man. Let me go back to the full show. This is on Law and Crime Network. If y'all want to go tap into that,
Place all you know.
we'll move on though. It was the live from the day. I was gonna pay for that shit. Oh, you gotta pay for the full live.
I thought
I am
our
gonna pay
opening
to watch that
statement
shit.
was going to give more.
So they were going for the mistrial. I don't know what the judge is gonna say. I don't know how they gonna, you know. Bortland is coming into question a lot right now, YNW Bortland, but this is not his trial. But his name is coming up a lot, and it's going to be it's going to be a lot of shit, man. It's going to be a lot of shit. We shall see. Once again, rest in peace, and God bless the souls of Juvie and Sack Chaser. I don't know what went on, what went down, but they got family members and loved ones that care about them, miss them. Things like that, just something with me. I just gotta show the respect, bro. What do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to watch O.J. Simpson lawyer break this down for a little bit, or do y'all want to move on to something else? It's on y'all. Let me know something in the chat, man. Let me know something in the chat. Do y'all want to listen to the O.J. Simpson old lawyer break it down a little bit? Or do y'all want to move on to something else? Majority gonna rule. I'm probably not dropping no content tomorrow. We got two that say OJ, majority rules, majority gonna rule. Hey, if you don't want the OJ thing and you want to stay on here, let me know. Because it's looking like the OJ lawyer finna get it. Two more OJ lawyers and we gonna go there with it. Two more OJ lawyers. Break it down, okay. Fuck it. Let's go to the OJ lawyer thing. We'll listen to a little bit of this and then we'll move on. I need to figure out how to switch my account over for the ad skipper.
So Marsha Clark walking out after one of the jurors was
The
disqualified.
YouTube Red. I wonder if I got to get that shit on two
We have an
accounts.
affidavit here that Mr. Darden told Mr. Cochran, "We got your boy."
He helped defend and win an acquittal for O.J. Simpson in his
I'll be right
murder
back,
trial.
y'all. Let me get something
Now,
to drink.
Alan Dershowitz is here to tell us how he would defend YNW Melly. I'm Anjanette Levy, and welcome to Law and Crime's Sidebar Podcast. We are in the first week of the trial of YNW Melly. His legal name is Jamel Demons. The state says the evidence shows that Melly killed his friends, Chris Thomas, who went by Juvie, and Anthony Williams, known as Sack Chaser. The defense says the case was botched by the cops. Melly faces the possibility of the death penalty if convicted. In fact, he's the first person in Florida to face the possibility of the death penalty since the threshold for imposing it was lowered to 8-4. It does not have to be a unanimous vote by the jury anymore because of a recent law change. Joining me to discuss defending YNW Melly is Alan Dershowitz. He's a professor emeritus of law at Harvard University. Also, he's the author of a new book called Get Trump, The Threat to Civil Liberties, Due Process, and Our Constitutional Rule of Law. Professor Dershowitz, welcome back to Sidebar. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for inviting me.
It's always nice to have you. And I know that you have obviously the experience of defending O.J. Simpson and many other people. But this case is interesting because it's taken more than 4 years to get to trial. And also there isn't DNA evidence that we know of connecting Melly to the crime. They never found the firearm involved in the crime, in the murders. So there are things that they don't have, but there are things the state says it does have. One of those things is cell phone evidence. And the prosecutor in this case, Christine Bradley, said that Melly's cell phone tracked with the two murder victims' cell phones up until 15 minutes before Cortland Henry, the co-defendant, showed up at the hospital with their bodies in the car. So let's listen to Christine Bradley explain why she thinks this is significant.
Spectrum Mobile is the fastest growing mobile provider in the nation. And now is the time to switch. Get Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $29.99 for your first line and every line. Click or visit a Spectrum store today.
Before Notion, what you found at PartnerStack was it was all disjointed. And now we use Notion to house any pertinent piece of information that any employee in the company would need to know. So now it feels like everybody's moving in the same direction. The outcome of Notion is simply speed and impact across the entire business. Our ability to ship increased by about 30%. We've consolidated probably about 5 or 6 individual tools all into Notion. We've been able to save around $20,000 a year. It's great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you have individuals in 2 cars and all of the cell phone tracks together. going across 595, going until they get to Miramar Parkway and 184th. At 184th, the red Mitsubishi goes south, and you will then see it at 3:50 a.m. going through the guard gate at Sunset Lakes. That was the gated community in which the individuals were all living at the time of this homicide in October of 2018. On the Sunset Lakes guard video, the red Mitsubishi goes through, the gray Jeep doesn't. The gray Jeep instead goes north and then proceeds to go to the actual scene of the homicides. The gray Jeep goes north on 184th up to Pines Boulevard. From Pines Boulevard, it travels west all the way to the edge of the Everglades. Where it is desolate, where it is dark, where there are no witnesses.
Okay, so what do you think of what she just said there about how these cell phones track and how, they end up eventually at the scene of the homicides?
Well, this is clearly a 21st century case. Cases back in the day never had cell phone tracking. You would have eyewitnesses. Late in the last century, we developed DNA evidence, but the tracking evidence is dramatic and interesting. It almost never provides a full theory of guilt, but it often provides information that disputes theories of innocence. It's a circumstantial piece of evidence, but it's fairly substantial. What always is shocking to me is that people who are guilty or who do commit crimes take their cell phones with them. You would think people know enough about tracking and cell phones so that if they're going to do something and want to hide those facts from the authorities,
I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna bring that part back because I'm not trying to tell you niggas how to break the law out here. My niggas who go do wild shit like robberies and shit like that, I suggest y'all stop. And I spoke on this with the chain robbery situation the other day with DJ Drama. I don't know how the laws work in Canada, and my bad job, but we got to talk about this real quick. He said something real key here. And it's something I talk about. This is what I call crashing out. When you upload shit on your cell
do
phone.
Commit crimes, take their cell phones with them. Full theory of guilt, but it often provides information that disputes theories of innocence. It's a circumstantial piece of evidence, but it's fairly substantial. What always is shocking to me is that people who are guilty or who do commit crimes take their cell phones with them. You would think people know enough about tracking and cell phones so that if they're going to do something and want to hide those facts from the authorities, they would leave their cell phones home. I was involved in a case like that recently where the cell phone was not brought in and the authorities had a problem with the tracking. So cell phone evidence is strong circumstantial evidence, not of the crime itself, but of presence. And that's one of the elements that prosecutors always want to prove and have to prove in a case like this.
Let's listen to what the defense attorney, David Howard, says about the cell phone evidence in this case that the state contends is so damning.
They have no motive. Their entire case is hinged upon the technology of a phone they claim to have been in Mr. DeMond's possession. What they fail to tell you is that they come across evidence that Mr. DeMond got out of that car before this incident. They ignore that because it's not consistent with their feet. What they fail to tell you is that phone comes back to the name of somebody other than Jamal DeMond. What they forgot to tell you is that their own witness will tell you that, yes, that phone and Mr. Williams' phone and a number of other phones were all in the same account, and all of the people in the house used to use them interchangeably.
Are you interested in starting your own faceless YouTube automation channel? But
My
all
bad,
people
y'all.
do is tell you to go.
I'm
to
gonna get
Fiverr,
that
Upwork,
shit,
and
that
hire
damn red shit switched over
So
to
he's
this
calling
account.
into
My
question whether or not
Whatever the
Melly is
fuck
the
they
one
got.
who actually had that
Skip the
phone.
ads and shit.
Earlier in the state's opening statement, Professor Dershowitz, Christine Bradley said that you see Melly with the phone in his hand on surveillance footage and that he's playing with it before the homicides as they're leaving the recording studio. But the defense attorney is saying anybody could have had that. There are other people who could have had possession of that particular phone.
So what we see is a clash of circumstantial evidence on both sides. That is, the prosecution's evidence presents a kind of prima facie case that a cell phone that easily could be attributable to the possession of the defendant. And then the defense says, well, wait a minute, that circumstantial evidence, let's give you some circumstantial evidence. There were other people who had access to that phone, and he left the car. So it's a battle of circumstantial evidence. Generally, defendants win battles of circumstantial evidence. Now, here there's more than the circumstantial evidence of the cell phone, but the cell phone evidence alone would not seem to satisfy beyond a reasonable doubt standard, not necessarily as a matter of law, but as a matter of the reality of jury deliberations. I can see a strong argument being made by the defense about reasonable doubt based on the two accounts regarding the cell phone.
Just 5 years after Purdue Pharma began distributing OxyContin, it became the #1 painkiller sold in the US. But despite the company's claims, it would prove to not only be addictive, but deadly. In just over 2 decades, over 500,000 in the US have died from an overdose involving opioids. American Scandal is a podcast from Wondery.
Hold on real quick.
And to broadcast it to the world. And this is not just in music videos. This is not just in lyrics. Because we're not going to get into that. That's artistic expression. That's not why we are here today.
So she's saying that he was in a gang, and she's almost making it sound like this could have been part of the loyalty oath to the gang committing these homicides.
That sounds like a real stretch. That's not the kind of evidence that juries generally will say satisfied.
I ain't gonna lie, that sounded like a stretch to me too. When I heard her say that this right here was part of the oath for the gang, I was like, I don't know how that just don't sound right. Like, you know, like just that made it sound like it was some cult shit. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, but suggesting that somebody would kill their best friends to be in a gang, that sounded a little off to me. But you know, I'm not there. I don't know what's going on, but it just didn't seem like something that would be said in a courtroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I don't know, sounded a little different when the way she was saying it. It didn't really make a lot of sense in that moment, but maybe they know something I don't know. I don't know, bro. Y'all tell me.
As the standard of beyond a reasonable doubt. You know, it raises suspicions, it's guilt by association, people don't like gang members, all of that. But were the victims gang members too? That's the other question. What was their association? What was their affiliation? It's getting very speculative. Now, you get convictions based on circumstantial evidence if it builds one on top of the other. So far from what I've heard, the building does not lead to the general conclusion of guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. I know there's also a so-called admission or a statement that may be suggestive of some admission. Things like that often tie together the external circumstantial evidence. So in a case like this, that could be somewhat important, even though standing alone, it would be ambiguous. It's a combination of all the circumstances that could lead a jury to find a guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, but it could also lead a jury to say, look, yeah, it's very possible that this happened, but we're not satisfied that it's been proved beyond a reasonable doubt. That remains to be seen.
But if the prosecution is saying, look, he's a gang member, here's our evidence showing he's a member of this blood gang, how do you push back against that as a defense attorney? Or do you kind of just leave that out there and not contest it too much because you're almost bringing more attention to it?
Well, the evidence is overwhelming of gang membership, and the evidence that you put on about changing letters and stuff like that seems fairly compelling. They might ultimately introduce an expert.
We got a lot of hungry people tonight. I want the fish in the oven. Come on in.
On gangs, don't know. That could be somewhat compelling. And it depends. I mean, the hardest job a defense attorney has is to assess the state's case and see what impact it's having on the jury to determine whether to try to respond or ignore it. You do both at great risk. That's why being a defense attorney is such a subtle and difficult job. You can't do it by the books. You always have to see how the state's evidence seems to be resonating with the jury. Are they shaking their heads? Are they leaning forward? Are they accepting the argument that's being made? And if they are, you may have to respond. If they're not, you might be better off moving on to different issues where you have the strength and they have the weakness. That's what defense attorneys have to do if they're going to really be very good at it. And I don't have an ability to assess this particular defense attorney's savvy or ability, but I can tell you in general, those are very, very hard judgment calls, whether to respond to what may be weak evidence and strengthen it, or to ignore it, thereby saying to the jury, look, we don't even take this seriously. Hard question.
Let's look now at the prosecutor describing how Juvie and Sack Chaser, the fatal wounds, the wounds that actually took their lives, where they were fired from. And this is really important because literally in the hour or so, maybe even 40 minutes before the homicides are believed to have been committed, we have surveillance video from the recording studio showing all four men getting into the Jeep. And Melly is getting into the back driver's side seat. So he was sitting in that back seat. And they say that's very important because the shots, the fatal shots, were fired from the back seat. Take a listen.
The fatal wounds for Christopher Thomas and Anthony Williams are coming from inside the vehicle, from the rear driver's side passenger going out towards the passenger side. The other interesting thing the medical examiner's office is going to tell you is that when the drive-by was staged at 4:02 a.m., the victims were already dead. The medical examiner will be able to testify and tell you that the fatal shots to Anthony Williams, to his head, that enters in the back of his head and exits at the top, blowing out the front passenger window, was fatal. And that the additional wounds that are consistent with the trajectories going through the vehicle, he's already dead. There is a post-mortem inflicted gunshot wound.
Basically, Christine Bradley is saying those fatal shots were fired from the back seat of the vehicle. She's telling the jury, the medical examiner is going to say that they were not killed by these shots fired from outside the vehicle. So if your client is sitting in the back seat of the car, the location from which those fatal shots were fired, how do you contest that?
Well, that's very, very circumstantial. It's going to be very hard to prove to the satisfaction of the jury that the shots were actually fired from a particular location in a car. When you think about it, a person could shoot from the front part of the back seat or the back part of the back seat or the back part of the front seat. It's all going to be somewhat speculative. So I don't see the great strength in that particular item of evidence standing alone. In circumstantial cases like this kind, it's the combination. It's the aha factor. It's the fact that the jury sits and listens to one piece of circumstantial evidence and says, interesting. Second piece, that seems compelling. And when you get to the third piece, they do the, wow, yeah. Together, it seems very compelling. So it's the combination of factors. Standing alone, the evidence in the backseat doesn't seem to carry all that much weight.
Social media messages are also a big part of this case, according to the prosecution. And there's one message in particular that the prosecution says amounts to a confession.
One individual, and specifically, sends out, and I want to quote the message exactly that you will hear, and says, right after this, yo, homie, you good? Let me know something. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is where context matters. What does that mean? If you work at Google and you say, my whole floor is coded, that's a good thing. If you work at Broward General Hospital and you say, my whole floor is coding, that is a bad thing. The context around the messages matters. So in the context of this message, this individual is reaching out, asking if Mr. Demmons is good, after he's been tagged in multiple social media posts about this drive-through, this shooting. And Mr. Demmons responds very succinctly, I did that. Shh.
All right, Professor, how do you fight back against that?
Well, that's hard to fight against because that is almost a summary of the prior evidence. The prior evidence is all circumstantial. And here you have a statement, a direct statement. It's ambiguous to be sure. And if the statement alone were introduced into evidence, it could be interpreted in multiple ways. And remember, too, that proof beyond a reasonable doubt doesn't require that each piece of evidence establish guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. This wouldn't do that. It requires that the evidence all taken together proves beyond a reasonable doubt.
I've always had trouble with my weight.
Now with Wegovy, I've seen real change. I've lost weight.
And if I'm the prosecutor, I use that. It's not a confession by any means. It's a misnomer to call it a confession. Use that piece of evidence which may constitute something close to an admission, not a confession, something that could be interpreted as incriminating. And I would use that to tie together the other circumstantial evidence. And, you know, when you get evidence from the mouth, pen, or email of somebody themselves, it's far more compelling than evidence directed against them by other people. This really does put also a burden on the defendant to explain. And that's one thing as a defense attorney you never want, because that may incline the jury to say, gee, this is something he could explain. Let's hear from him. And if he doesn't take the stand, obviously, that can be, although the jury is instructed never to infer guilt from the failure to take the stand, that could, taken together with everything else, become an important piece of evidence.
I feel as well that the defense has to explain that. And I don't know how they explain it unless they call an expert in something to talk about social media, and maybe he's just, you know, maybe this is all bluster, or maybe he's joking. I have no clue. So how do you explain that if you don't want your client taking the stand?
Very difficult. I would not put an expert on. If you put an expert on, it just highlights the fact, what do you need an expert? What do you put the defendant on the stand to explain? What do you need a third party to explain? So I would not put an expert on. I would either, if you could, and the facts, I don't know enough about the facts to know whether there's any possibility of putting a defendant on the stand. But if not, I think then the burden falls to the defense lawyer to try to offer an explanation, which you're entitled to do in closing argument. And so, but it's risky. It's risky. There's no perfect way of responding to a piece of evidence like that. There's an old stuffed fish experience when people have a stuffed fish on their mantle, and the plaque says, "I'd still be swimming if I had only kept my mouth shut." And the defense attorney is saying that right now, if only he hadn't written that on social media, if he hadn't said that, in that case, it's not your mouth shut, it's your, obviously social media. But that is damning. It's not by itself conclusive, and that's why it's not a confession. But taken together with other circumstantial evidence, it could help put context, as the prosecutor said it, put context on the other evidence.
In this next clip, the defense talks about how they think this investigation was a mess. And this is really right up your alley because you guys claimed this in the O.J. Simpson case as well. So let's take a listen.
3 years after arresting this young man and sticking him in a cell, the state looks at its case and says, oh man, this was a little incompetent. Miramar police seems to have botched this investigation, and they call the Broward Sheriff's Office and ask them to come and look at the investigation upon which this entire prosecution rests. And he looks at it, and he says he instantly knew he had to start from scratch. I think his words were, it was the worst thing I had seen in my life.
If all of that is accurate, that the Broward Sheriff reviews this case at the request of the state attorney's office, and the sheriff is saying, this investigation is a mess. I've never seen anything this bad. If that is indeed the case, wow. I mean, aren't you as a defense attorney going to put the Broward County Sheriff up there and say, tell us what you meant by that?
Well, or not, or just argue to the jury that what you think he meant by it, because you don't put somebody on unless you know what he's going to testify to. We don't know what he's going to testify to. Arguments about messy prosecution can cut both ways. It can create sympathy in the jury's mind, saying, these guys aren't particularly good.
Man, that's that.
They have that statement on the social media. They have the material about the cell phones. They didn't do a very good job, but the evidence seems to point in the direction of guilt. So it's often an argument that cuts both ways. I've done, I think now, about 35 homicide cases, either murder or attempted murder, and I've won vast majority of them. And mostly you win those cases, not based on the sloppiness of the investigation, because that's something that the jury can be sympathetic to. But you have to focus the jury very, very hard on alternate explanations of the evidence. Although the burden's on the government, when you have a substantial amount of evidence, the burden really shifts in the minds of the juries to the defense, and the defense has to present plausible alternative theories that allow the jury to give a meat to the bones of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And I don't know enough about this case to know whether the defense attorney can do that. But I think just talking about how messy the investigation was is not going to resonate.
Well, we might as well finish this. I was going to cut it short, but I think it got interesting.
And we've seen plenty of cases over the years where there were a lot of mistakes in criminal investigations, a lot of missteps, missed opportunities, messy police work, and the state was still able to obtain a conviction. We've seen that many times.
Yeah. No, there's no question about that. And in fact, it's interesting because juries tend to be sympathetic to prosecutors, and they know how hard the job is. They know that the criminal defendants do everything in their power to try to muddy the waters. And often juries are prepared to see through investigative blunders. I've had the same experience seeing cases that were extremely sloppy, but the jury in the end votes for
It's time we had a heart-to-heart about our future. 68% of business leaders report a lack of diversity in their workforce. Closing that gap can open a world of opportunity. DeVry Scholars programs provide you the critical skills to help you seize it. You are the future. Advance your ambition.
You could go to Grainger.com to find what you need to get the job done. Grainger, supplies and solutions for every industry.
I'm gonna get that shit.
Convictions. Mostly, I've done appeals from those cases. I've been able to use the sloppiness to raise appellate issues with sophisticated judges. It's very different when you have jurors who have life experience, sometimes more life experience than the judges, but they don't have the legal sophistication. So, these are issues that require very delicate thinking on the part of the defense attorney, how to respond to this, how not to contribute to the what the prosecution has said, how to make sure at the very least that you don't make it easier for the jury to convict based on their sympathy for the difficult job prosecutions have. After all, finding murderers, even with new technology and cell phones and DNA, is not that easy. And I think most jurors do sympathize with the police who are there to protect them, with prosecutors who are there to protect them, and not so much with the defense attorney. And so you have to be able, if you're a defense attorney, to shift that presumption and make the jury identify with you, saying you're there to protect the average citizen from being convicted based on surmise or lack of reasonable doubt.
Well, Professor Alan Dershowitz, this has been a great conversation. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us here on Sidebar. We appreciate it.
Well, keep doing great work. It's very important for the American public to see trials. As you know, I'm hoping that the Donald Trump trial will be on television as well, because the American public have a right to see so important a case. And I look forward to, if that happens, you covering it and you calling on me to give my input, even though, as you know, I was one of Donald Trump's lawyers in the first impeachment. But I'm looking forward to seeing if that case eventually ends up on television, as it should.
Well, we would, of course, like to see that televised. Obviously, the federal courts don't allow cameras, but this is unprecedented. Maybe in New York, in Manhattan, they will allow it to be televised. That would be great, because we have a former president of the United States for the first time ever facing criminal charges. So we hope that it will be televised as well.
Remember, too, that the Supreme Court has made exceptions. Generally, the Supreme Court doesn't allow its deliberations to be broadcast. But in the case seeking to overrule Roe versus Wade, they made an exception. And they did in the public interest. And it was fascinating to hear live, with a couple of second delay, the arguments in the Supreme Court. And I think there are rules for exception. There's no absolute rule that's binding. It is possible that the courts could allow the trial of a former president and a potential future president to be on television so that every American can watch it. It would be the right thing.
We are big fans and advocates and proponents of cameras in the courtroom, because that lets the public see and be educated about how the system works. And I'm a big advocate of cameras, always have been. Professor Dershowitz, again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that's it for this edition of Law and Crime Sidebar Podcast. You can listen to and down.
So that's that. Well, I mean, it just dropped, bro. The project just dropped. So you can't expect the numbers to just be going crazy. But everybody is posting Young Thug's post right now. Everybody. On my timeline, everybody has posted Young Thug shit. Young Thug put up the barcode, and it's a countdown on the barcode. Posted it? T.I., Dirk. I can't listen to it right now, but Gucci and Lil Baby just dropped something new. Every blog has posted it than what Thug posted. Like I say, it's like real news for Thug to post because he haven't really been on Instagram, and to see it come out and post it the same day as Gunna, they're saying something for sure. Then the caption is business is business. I mean, I don't know what other way to look at that shit. We shall see how they play out, though. 5-day countdown. All right, let's get into we'll see what happened with this, man. These trials is crazy in rap, bro. We got the YNW Melly situation going on right now. We got YFN Lucci in trial right now. Well, not trial, my bad. We got YFN Lucci not start nothing yet, but got offered 20 years, turned that down. And all this shit been happening within the last 2 weeks. YFN Lucci turned down his 20-year offer, taking his to trial at the moment. They might come with another offer. We got YSL, they haven't even got a jury seated yet, so we still waiting on that situation. Young Thug's brother got sentenced to 10 years. Somebody else got removed from the trial, Eppinger. He got removed from the trial. And we got the Young Dolph situation. Young Dolph, Jamarcus Johnson, which is Justin Johnson, which is straight drop, who's an accused shooter in this situation. His brother has taken a plea deal and agreed to testify in court. Talked about the text messages on the phone, what he seen, said that he was trying to get in touch with Unc for some money. Said he actually put his brother on speakerphone with the parole officer. He, finessed him to make it seem like he was on the phone. Said he helped him with escape, basically, and everything like that. And he's agreed to go in court, even pointed him out in the picture. So that's that. With the Young Dolph, that's Lucci, Young Dolph, YSL. Hold on. That's Lucci, YSL, Young Dolph, and now YNW Melly. That's 4 big legal things going on. 5 is the Boosie situation that's going on right now that just went federal. The Chef G, I think that was about 2 weeks ago, maybe. And then today, Casanova and Chef G, they had a gang indictment. And it's crazy because a lot of people didn't know. And I was telling them, I'm like, bro, Chef G was about to come home. Chef G was on his way home. He had just served 2 years for a gun charge. And he was about to come home and really about to come home this year, probably in the next few months, if that long. And they picked him up on his RICO. So that was that with Chef G in New York. And now Casanova. Casanova wrote a letter, and I'll read that real quick. I dropped a video on that earlier. Let me go to this real quick. And he has a longer letter than the one I did in the video today, but it hit the media today. Several blogs picked it up, so I covered it. It says, The rap star was among 18 individuals indicted in the comprehensive RICO case that emerged in December 2020. The gang has been accused of a myriad of crimes, I don't know how you say that, including drug trafficking, violent assaults, and even a murder of a 15-year-old boy in upstate New York. Casanova, who had a successful music career since 2016, initially pleaded not guilty, maintaining that his high-profile status and connections made him a target for the authorities. However, a superseding indictment in November 2021 claimed he, along with another Gorilla Stone member named Jared J.C. Chrysler, shot a member of the Crips gang in front of the King of Diamonds strip club during a dispute over gang signs. Additionally, he admitted to being the shooter in a July 5th, 2020 incident at a Florida party involving other gang members, an altercation that was instigated over a gambling disagreement. In his guilty plea, he had admitted to his membership in the racketeering enterprise, complicity in a conspiracy to distribute between 100 and 400 kilograms of marijuana, and involvement in a robbery committed on August 5th, 2018. He also confessed to selling marijuana to supplement his income during the pandemic, but emphasized that he was not sharing the proceeds of his marijuana sales with the gang. During his upcoming sentencing hearing, he plans to completely renounce his membership and involvement with the gang, which he has already done in a letter to Judge Philip Halpern. This is what he said. I am telling you and anyone that will listen that I wanted out before I was arrested, and I am out. I learned through my music career that people will listen and that I don't need to associate myself with the gang to succeed. I don't need to associate with the gang even if I don't succeed. I thought I needed to stay in the life and name because it was a way to promote my career. I don't care what the government tells you. I'm telling you the truth. I was not involved in the daily activities of this gang. I wasn't anyone's boss. What I said was I regret this was a person that they could use to promote themselves in a world, I swear to you, I was trying to lead. I clearly did not do a good enough job of this as I did find myself in one situation after another. So they have the full letter on here. He actually said a lot more on the letter, but I didn't read the full letter. He said, I came home with the desire to change. He said, it took time and a lot of hard knocks for me to learn the streets and crime would doom me. When I was sentenced in 2008 to 6 years, I thought my life was over. I lost my wife and my family. While I have been here, I lost my father to cancer. While I put that strong facade, all I wanted to do was end it. Surviving on Rikers Island, upstate correctional facilities were not easy with racial and gang tensions and violence at its height. I had to act the part in there because if I didn't, I would have been killed. I will face the same fate now because I'm telling you and anyone that will listen, I wanted out before I was arrested and I am out. I learned through my music career that people will listen. I came home with a desire to change. I was released from prison in 2013. I completed 5 years supervised release with no violations, and in 2016, I was given a real opportunity to succeed in music career. Like other rappers before me that were in a gang life. I thought I needed to stay in the life in the name because it was a way to promote my career. He said, I'm not asking you to ignore the bad. There's plenty of it. I'm asking you to see the other side, but was finally starting to shine. I am not who the government wants you to believe I am, and I am not a man you or anyone needs to worry about in the future. I'm coming out hoping to further my music career without needing or wanting any image. I can make it without it, and I will continue speaking out against the gang life. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. You know, this is what happens when it get real. He's facing 15 to 60 according to the reports. So that's what the judge can choose. Niggas gonna get to writing them type of letters. You better believe it. 15 to 60, you got babies, you got kids, you got a girl. Ain't nobody that's in their 30s trying to hear 15 years. Ain't nobody who 35, 31. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you 20. You're not trying to hear 15 to 60. Because the judge can come in there and say 20. He can come in there and say 30, nigga. If the judge, I'm going to speak the real. If you come in there and that judge tell you 20 years, your bitch is gone. She not staying there for 20 years for you, man. You can't even ask her to. She can hold you down because you got the father of the kids. And that's what I think, you know, just to keep that there, like, stay in contact with your kid's father at all times. But this prison shit break up homes, man. It do for real. I done been through it as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's different, you know? It's different. My cousins, I got cousins who've been through it. You know what I'm saying? I got cousins that been through it. I've been through it. Partners that been through it. When you know, one of your parents in prison, and shit, hopefully, you know, your significant other or your ex, even if y'all not together no more, make sure, because for a kid to be able to go see the parent or visit the parent, that takes a strong other parent to make sure, like, hey, because you know they're not going to put you down the street. It's going to be a 4-hour drive. It's going to be a 5-hour drive. I've been on those drives. I've been on those 6-hour drives to go get a few minute visit. Maybe 20, maybe 30, who knows? Then they tell you visitation up. I can't remember how long it used to be. It wasn't that long, though. Not when it's your parent or it's somebody you love, you feel me? You know, one of your homeboys, when you get older, it's kind of a little bit different. It's like, nigga, we living life, nigga. You got to go through this shit, nigga. Like, if you were living like that, you got to go through that. But when that shit hit your kids, bro, that shit feel different, nigga. And you can even see it. Nigga, I remember going in the visitation room, nigga, as a kid. I had an older cousin that robbed a bank, and it was so crazy one night. It was a nigga on here from my cousin hood that knew my cousin to the T, nigga. And my cousin at least 10 years older than me. Maybe gotta be 10 years older than me, nigga. At least 10. And it's crazy because a nigga was in the chat and I got to talking about my cousin and he robbed a bank back in the day. And I was telling the story. And that nigga knew the whole story. He described my cousin and everything, nigga. He said, yeah, nigga, I know him, nigga. I'm from his hood, nigga. We from the... And I was like, damn, that is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. But I remember visiting him, nigga, as a kid in the feds. He caught a fed case. Them niggas robbed a bank. And it was crazy. My uncle took us down there. And then when I got, I visited a few people growing up and then visiting it's different, bro. It's different, man. Going in them rooms, nigga, and you a kid, and it's like, nigga, y'all might be at a table, and it's everybody locked up got to sit on one side, and you got to sit on the other side. And so you could kind of hear other people at the table conversations, man. And I remember one time I was in Louisiana, and I seen a nigga break down crying in that hole. Actually, twice. And twice I seen niggas break down crying in that hole. Grown men. That shit is wild, nigga. I'm not mad, bro. This shit is wild. Matter of fact, I got a prison letter right here, I think. Yep. This is an old prison envelope. The letter not in here, though. This is an old prison envelope. I was digging through some shit and it was in one of my boxes. It's an old prison envelope, old letter we got. So I just say, dog, that shit rough on the kids. As a nigga, I can remember this shit, nigga. Like, I remember this shit as a kid. So it's tough on the kids. Like, when you go to prison, nigga, that shit don't just affect you. I never been to prison, nigga. But it don't just affect you. It's gonna hurt your kids, nigga. For real. That's why I try to, like, especially when they old enough to know. When they old enough to know. When they at that age where they ain't grown and they like teenagers, they like in middle school, high school. Yeah, it's real. So hopefully everything will work out for Casanova, man. I don't know how niggas, that letter is that letter. The letter got put all over the internet today, but that's when it get real. Nigga facing 60. Nigga like, fuck what y'all think, nigga. Yep, niggas gonna tell T Smooth Productions. We know this. We know this. Niggas gonna tell. We got to see what's going down with this Boosie situation when it come out. Let's get into Sukihana real quick. I'm going to run through this one real quick for y'all, with Sukihana. I don't want to be disrespectful, bro, but I got to keep it all the way 1,000. The double standards in the world have to be known and understood that they exist, and there's nothing that we can do about them. So when people try to say, oh, this is a victim, or we victim, or you a victim, or da-da-da-da, or people want to compare the two, the fucked up part about it to me is that we only do this in the black community. Because I'm going to be real with you, bro. In the white community, Asian, Hispanic, Arabic, you don't see a lot of women trying to play the man role, and you don't see a lot of men trying to play the women role. They don't really get into it about the societal standards and regulations of what their roles are in their relationships or in their culture. You don't hear them separating each other from men and women or being in a competition. White women do not compete with white men. It don't get put to the forefront, the ones that do. Of course that goes on. Of course these things happen in a community. Of course they got women who move like that, who think that they're the independent woman. They don't need a nigga, fuck all this, fuck all that. Of course they got white women like that. But that is mostly a black thing. You don't hear Asian women. The Asian women don't talk like that. They don't say fuck a nigga. I don't need a nigga. Mexican women don't talk like that. Fuck a nigga. I don't need a nigga. Fuck them niggas. I'm independent. How often do y'all hear Mexican women cheer about independence and claim independence? They don't. So I say that to say this, bro. But the white women don't even really live like that. There was a few that all them white women that was pushing that independent shit, that was a small population. But that small population got promoted just enough for our women in our community to say that's the move. Plus, our women were already on that because of what they went on in the past of our culture. The separation of the homes, slavery days, our homes being broken up and divided, our cultural identity being stripped of us, our family structure as Black people in America as a whole has been designed by them, not default, to be broken. I say all that to say this. YK Osiris should never go up to a girl and kiss her on the mouth. YK Osiris should never go up to a girl and kiss her in the mouth. No man should do that. For one, it's disrespectful. For two, you're going to get yourself locked up or killed or beaten. And it's sick. You should never. I want to say that first. But this is not an incident where a nigga just maliciously went up to a girl and tried to take advantage of her. This is mixed signals. And we are all human. And mixed signals get sent a lot. They'll tell niggas, if you walk like a gangster, you talk gangster shit, you move gangster, you act gangster, you talk street, expect that to come back to you. That's what y'all tell rappers, right? Since everybody want to hold rappers so accountable. Oh, you popping all that gangster shit, nigga, do your time. You're talking all that gangster shit, nigga, be a gangster when it's time to be a gangster. Right? Come on, I need that interaction right now. Am I correct? When niggas act gangster, talk gangster, press gangster, say disrespectful shit, a nigga's expected to be gangster. But you see right here, you see what go on right here? She rap, talk, act, puts on the persona of a top-notch slut nasty bitch. You are online sucking dick, to each his own if that's what you choose to do. That's your hustle, do your thing. But you online sucking dick, you online a nigga is putting his feet in her mouth. I saw this on Twitter. A nigga is putting his feet in this girl's mouth. So if I see a nigga putting her feet in his mouth, okay, so basically there's nothing you won't do. to get some attention on yourself or make some money. Do your thing. Every time, I mean, you have a video out of a motherfucking dog walking you. A nigga is dog walking her. Let me see how old Sukihana is. Sukihana is 31. Sukihana is 31. Her name is Suki with the good coochie. Right? I know she has kids. Hold on real quick. I'm going to look something up. Let me go to this NLE Chopper Sukihana video. Just to bring some clarity to some shit. Can't find that part. Hold on real quick, y'all. So she was dog walked. I know NLE Chopper was part of that, or whoever it was, I think. Hold on. Make sure I don't want to be wrong on that part because this is key. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So there is Sukihana. And you know, I don't give a fuck. I'm all for if a young nigga wanna fuck on a 31-year-old, go right ahead. But I'm just saying, I'm a person that's gonna go off of what you show and the energy you put on the world. So there's nothing wrong with her doing anything with a young dude or nothing, but you can't tell me to respect you as like a classy woman when there's a 20-year-old dog walking you with a collar and you're a 31-year-old mother. See, entertainment is entertainment, but there's fine lines. So Sukihana was getting dog walked by NLE Chopper. He's 20 years old. Ooh, I'm just saying, all of this energy is what would make somebody think that you the type of person, kiss me when you see me. I want to show y'all something. It's crazy. That nigga changed the plans out to G Plans. He the nigga that, one of the niggas that uploaded this to YouTube back in the game. I remember this. I remember this time right here. And I'm not one to, because, bro, everybody go through shit, man. Everybody. Everybody go through shit. I'm not trying to shit on this girl or tear her down, because life is life. And life hit everybody hard. That's why I don't put nobody down when they go through shit. We all go through shit. I've been through shit. We gonna all go through shit. We gonna have fuck ups. We gonna make mistakes. We might put ourselves out there to the world on something that we might regret later on. It's a part of life. It's a part of life for everybody. She's just a trending topic right now. We were doing this for awareness, man. This is for awareness. This ain't to tear down Sukihana. It's just to get us to get an understanding of stuff.
So y'all, I apologize and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream. And, you know, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just like, you know, and I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. You know, it's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, you know, and it's just like to the point where I don't even know, like, I can't. I just want to say I'm sorry to my fans. I know y'all love me. I know y'all believe in me, but I can't.
August 3rd, 2019.
And I lost passion. I don't even believe that.
August 3rd, 2019 is when that came out. I didn't really know Suki. I guess she was trying to rap first. So she started talking about signing a bad record deal. That was August 2019. Then she did an interview with Say Cheese during the pandemic about it.
Resurrection, boy. Restore the kingdom. You just have to rise to the occasion.
Okay, so you're done stripping, and then you just take your talents to Instagram, or was this?
I picked up my phone and I just made a funny video, like I was talking about everything. I just put my personality on there, and it went from a couple likes, 100 likes, to 11,000 likes, to 20.
Y'all see what she got? Look what's next to her.
1,000 to World Star picking me up, to Shade Room picking me up, to Baller Alert, Hollywood Unlocked. Like all these people, they say Cheese started posting me, like it was just that. Like sometimes you gotta. I feel like
a year later. This is a year later, basically.
People that I was around, it was like God said this was what was for you, but if you was around them, then it wasn't gonna happen. And now, you know, it just happened.
Man, that's crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, like I found out about you maybe like last year. You know, you released this video. Well, you put this video out on Instagram about you know, this bad deal that you had. And I think around that time you had 500,000 followers, and it went viral. I mean, everybody was picking this video up about, you know, this bad deal that you signed.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of people talk about that. A lot of people talk about the video, and during that time, like, you know, a bitch be real sensitive when they on their period. Like, bitch, I always be crying on my period and shit. But I feel like I was sad as hell because I did not know nothing about this game. Like, I didn't know that, man, I did not know how this game was. I didn't know the business, and I just know if somebody flung a couple dollars at me and they like, well, listen, we could do this for you, we could do this. And of course, like, your first deal gonna be a worse deal. Like, you really gotta know this business. And I'm just so happy that I found out what the business was, and big people was looking at me at that time. It was like, nah, this not for you. This ain't even right. This shit is the worst shit that you could even go into. And it was just so, I'm so grateful and thankful that it never even existed. I didn't even know. I thought I was in something that I wasn't in. And like people say, well, I thought you sold your soul to the devil. Like, sold my soul to the devil. I'm like, when I was speaking, I was talking about, I basically like when you do a contract and you sign all your rights away, it feels like you don't own yourself. And I did not like that feeling. So a lot of people take it the wrong way, but I just want to let y'all know that y'all really got to do the business and get a lawyer, and not the lawyer that worked for the label that you signed for, but really learn the business before you sign to people. And sometimes people aren't bad people. It's just, that's not the deal for you. And that was not the deal for me. Not at all.
Now, you spoke on selling your soul. You know, you said you sold your soul. That was one thing that caught a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, when you said that, explain that, because when people speak on the music industry nowadays, it's a lot of, you know, selling your soul.
Well, I'm just now getting in the music industry. I wasn't in the music. I was in the streets. So when I said that, I mean, I signed, like, I really signed my life away. That's what I felt like. I signed my life away. Like, I can't do what I want. I can't make the music I want. I can't move how I want. Like, I don't have no control over the shit that I want to do. This is my dream. I work for this. This is my personality. God gave me this. Can't nobody tell me what the fuck it is. We can agree on what we gonna do to pursue what we trying to do. But that's how I felt. Like, I don't look like that. But for anybody that feel like that, I really love the Lord, and I'm talking about Father God. Not no Satan, not nothing like that. God, the one who got me here. You know, I might not be doing the best things. You know, I might not be a Christian rapper, but I put all my faith in the Lord. Like, seriously, that's the only way I got here, from manifesting it and being thankful for my situation. So I don't know.
Now every rapper wants to sign. I mean, every time.
So that's a year later. Oh, fuck. My bad, y'all. My bad. And like I say, I'm the nigga. We all flawed, bro. We all flawed. We all make mistakes. We all be fucking up. We all eating bad. Not everybody. Some niggas eating clean. We all do things that ain't right, including me, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all lust. What they say, lust is the greatest sin. Everybody fornicate. We all having premarital sex. Like, all that shit. But when you have these type of things go on, you have to ask yourself, what did I do to cause this? Now, YK Osiris has put himself online as that little, like, joke nigga. He's the laughing stock of the internet. He's became the full-fledged nigga where it's like, hey, you are the nigga that we gonna make fun of in the rap and hip-hop culture. Like, you will always be able to be made fun of on the internet. That's what they put him as now. Niggas ain't listen to that nigga music or nothing. But YK Osiris, dang. Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think, and that's what I want to ask these girls, do y'all think that YK Osiris intentionally meant to offend or harm that girl? Or was he trying, or did he play a bad joke? I feel like he played a bad joke, a tasteless joke, bad time. Now, I will say this, and this is a reality that a lot of people don't want to accept. A lot of people don't want to accept. If that video was recorded and put out, not put out in the blog era or the blog world, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. What made her feel a way about it is the fact that it got put out. She did look like she was a little uncomfortable. Maybe she really, I don't know what was going on. I can't tell her how to feel. She say that, you know, she don't know how to react at times. She don't know how to speak up for herself and everything. She might have felt like, okay, that nigga forcing himself on me. And some women, niggas force themselves on them and they really don't know how to say stop. It's true. Some women don't know how to, hey man, you going too far. So I do want to give them that. But at the same time, would she be offended if the video was not out? Or would she have just forgot about it like nothing happened? Or is it the fact that it's YK Osiris? She might have thought it was funny. She told him, I'll turn your little ass out. Women, if you don't want to, if you don't want a nigga to try nothing with you, don't get online every day, promote sex, suck dick online, suck toes online, let niggas walk you with dog collars, throw yourself out there like a hoe, present yourself like a hoe, shoot XXX videos or uncut videos on OnlyFans, and then you sitting in front of a nigga telling a nigga, hey man, I'll turn your little ass out. That's inviting. That sounds inviting. True, a nigga should not force himself on you. But you have to know, I put myself in this situation too. I put myself here too. So Amber Rose, if you're going to speak on this type of shit, speak the real. Tell these girls, if you don't want to be treated like a slut, don't act like a slut. If you don't want to try to be a hoe, don't act like a hoe. If you don't want niggas to treat you like one. You want respect. You treat yourself with respect. You're the same person that tried to push the slut walk, Amber Rose. I'm even seeing a lot of niggas jumping out here. We don't know what's real anymore because everybody try to attach themselves to every situation. And see, I work in media. So in my lane, in my line of work, I understand attaching yourself to every conversation because this is part of what I do for a living. But sometimes it's people, they jump out there on everything or they just use things online to attach themselves to kind of get some attention on themselves and they really don't even feel a way about it. But and some of them, you can't tell if they entertaining or they being serious. Some of them, we know they just entertaining. We know some of them are just being entertaining. They just, this is what they do all the time. Some of them be acting like they dead ass serious because they going through shit, whatever. Some just want attention. But we got to tell the girls, move how you want to be treated. I'm going to walk outside with the energy that I want to be treated on. That's why I give everybody respect. I respect everybody's boundaries. I respect everybody's mind because I want that back. Simple and plain. I don't wish this on Sukihana or nobody, but, you know, she did what she did. It went there. YK Osiris, you got to do better, my boy. Hopefully he all right because, you know, that nigga can get emotional too. Sukihana, it's a part of what you do. He went for the gusto, but she started it. You know what I'm saying? That's that. What else I had on the menu, y'all? Y'all on this bitch late tonight. Y'all motherfuckers ain't got to work tomorrow? Shit, I'm at work. Fuck it, we gonna leave the live stream up. For everybody on the replay game. What else I had up in, it was something else I wanted to speak on. Oh, we talked about the system a little bit. We did talk about the system. Let me go to some other little quick topics. Quick hits. Let's do some quick hits. Let's do some quick hits. I probably got too many goddamn phones on Wi-Fi. That's why my shit ain't working. Anybody check out the Gunna album? Say you don't work till Sunday? Damn, that boy got a real live 3-day weekend, nigga. I feel you, nigga. Get it in. What the fuck is going on? What's going on with a nigga Instagram, man? There you go. Block Boy JB say he still ain't able to release music. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's crazy because Block Boy JB was one of the hottest niggas in the game. One of the hottest niggas in the game, nigga. Man, it's so much shit to cover. Nigga gotta really wait till, nigga gotta really start. And that's why I'm gonna chill on the lives for a couple days, y'all, because the nigga gotta save some of this shit for the Studio 56, man. I mean, it's gonna still be a different conversation because me and the guys gonna be on there. But I ain't gonna be going live that much because we gotta do Studio 56. Maybe on Wednesday. I probably we do the Studio 56 podcast Monday, and then a nigga might go live on Wednesday. Monday and Wednesday. So the Studio 56 can be fresh for the stuff for the week. We'll see. Shout out to Kodak, man. Kodak was talking about being the president of Haiti, like all the corruption and shit they be having going out there, because everybody that get in a position in Haiti do be doing corrupt shit. Killer Mike just dropped something, it looked like. Okay. So, girl from Home Depot let me tell y'all what she had to say.
To come on here, as y'all probably know me as the Home Depot girl, the girl who went viral, and just talk about how God is really testing my life right now and just testing my faith and trying to keep my patience in Him and just trust that there's a bigger thing coming out of all this. Since I blew up on the internet, I have had so much backlash, good and bad. Like, it's been a lot of good, but you know, you also have that percentage of bad. Like, everybody on Twitter hates me for what? I don't know. Like, I literally don't know. Just because I stood up for myself, and that's fine. And then Instagram's really cool. And then, you know, other situations that have happened throughout this whole process that have just kind of been crazy. But I literally had to kind of quit my job in this process because of how much I grew and how many people actually seen this. And people were illegally doxing my address and also figuring out where I worked because, you know, I did have my school, my bio, also my location on Twitter and Home Depot. So if you put math together, like, people start figuring stuff out. So now I'm going to have to probably move and just, you know, kind of relocate and start fresh. And I just feel like I just am grateful to God because this opportunity gives me a chance to start over. I also gained a platform, and that means a lot to me because I work really hard, make this want to come on here. As y'all probably know me as the home.
So that's that, man. We dropping consistently. Is there anything else that went on, y'all? Any new music? I seen Baby Money and Babyface Ray drop something. What else going on in the world, man? What I'm missing, y'all? These rock dunks kind of fresh. Yeah, Kodak Black says he wants to be the president of Haiti.
He's working there, taking the money. Were to be like president, what would you do first for Haiti? Like, how would you help Haiti? That's always something. He's working there, taking the money and bouncing. Kodak Black is president now. He got money, so
I ain't got no reason to try to manipulate how to treat nobody. Everything I do, I move with great intent. For sure.
Oh yeah, Crawford might. Let's get into that boxing real quick, man. I need that Kodak Black and what's it called it verse too, man. I need Kodak Black and J. Cole on something together, man. I need a Kodak Black and J. Cole. I need a Kodak Black and J. Cole. And I need a Kodak Black and Mozzie. I need them two features. Kodak Black and J. Cole, Kodak Black and Mozzie, man. Them two and I'm good. People keep saying, people keep talking about, oh yeah, God bless, condolences to Ray Lewis too, man, losing his son, 28 years old. That's tough, man. Condolences, most definitely. Prayers. Yeah, condolences for sure. Damn, I lost my train of thought, man. I lost my train of motherfucking thought. Chief Keef performing at the BET Awards. That's what's up. Shout out Big Sosa, man. I'm looking for what else going on, y'all. My bad. Just seeing what catch a nigga mind that we ain't touched on yet. Shout out to y'all supporting though, man. Y'all keeps that's what we was gonna talk about. John Morant. I was gonna say John Morant gonna be all right, man. He gonna be all right, bro. He'll be straight. He'll bounce back. Full blog, nah. Probably not. It don't look like I'm gonna do one this week. We'll wait till next week. Depending on how my shit look this weekend, I might drop an old vlog that I did with the what's that shit? What's that shit? When I went to ML, bro, I got so much old content I was supposed to drop. I'm supposed to drop the MLK Day vlog. I ain't never put that out. I got so many interviews to put out. I got too much shit to put out, man. And like even tonight, I'm on here super late. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because I never knew who he was, Jerron. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I was that person at one point in this game. I was gonna cover shit just to cover it because I knew people was gonna click it. If a nigga had a name or people, I seen him trending in the media in the rap game and he got killed. So that's not me shitting on nobody because I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, like, a lot of times now, bro, it be shit that go on with niggas that I don't know nothing about. Now, Yak and Kendrick got one together. It's on Kendrick album. Yak on that bitch. Yak on that hoe. He on Kendrick last album. But now I didn't know of homie. And then I seen people, you know, talking about him, but I was like, bro, I don't really know nothing about him. Oh, that's what I was gonna go into. Jerron say, what do you think about Math Hoffa possibly leading Boosie on the answer about how he would react of being caught with the weapon? Nothing. I don't think about it because I see people coming in the comments talking about Math Hoffa. I don't like to ask certain type of questions, but sometimes you feel like you have to because you know that's what the people want. And I'll do the ones that I normally wouldn't ask, but it's like one that a nigga know, like, damn, bro, I don't want to ask this one, but I know that because he already said it in the interview, the fans want you to go back over there, or the supporters want you to go back over there and ask that question. So it's like, fuck, this ain't something I would ask a nigga in real life. I don't want to ask him now, but I ask him. But what happened with Boosie is already in motion. What happened with Boosie was already in motion. That ain't got nothing to do with Math Hoffa, nigga. Nothing to do with Math Hoffa. This shit was already in motion. Now, I will say this. The feds probably been watching all that nigga interviews just on GP. They've been watching his interviews. So anything he just said as of late, since they decided to pick this case up, they've been watching everything online. That don't mean that they gonna use it. That don't mean that they gonna use it. But from the date that they start to pick up their case, they most definitely been going back, watching all his interviews, watching his IG lives, you know, things of that nature. They might, you know, it's crazy. Oh, it was the way he asked. Okay, well, I didn't see that. I didn't get to watch all the clips. I watched like 2-3 of the Boosie clips. I watched a couple of the Sauce Walker clips. man, it'd be hard to consume all this content, but I watch more interviews than anything, y'all. Like podcasts. I watch more. I'm a podcast watcher. Believe it or not, I don't really check out news. Yeah, condolences to Ray Lewis' son. Yeah, I'm a watcher. The only reason I don't watch news from people like that is because I want to have my shit fresh. I don't want my shit to be influenced by nobody when it comes to when I do my news. You feel me? When you watch another nigga news, it's kind of like you listening to a rapper and you go to the studio and you start rapping like that rapper. That's why I was like, nigga, I don't want my shit to sound like nobody. That's why if y'all listen to me, niggas know Ant don't sound like nobody else, nigga. Yeah, you got to pick and choose. It's a lot of content out there. You guys, a lot of content out there. But podcasts, I'll watch podcasts all day. So Mad Hoffa, fucking Wallow and Gilly, Joe Budden, with Corey Holcomb, I catch his when I can. A nigga click on I watch academics from time to time when it's some good shit that I ain't know nothing about. Who else do? I watch a lot of live streams. And I watch all type of content too. I don't just be even watching rap shit, nigga. I've been on some information shit lately, bro. As of late, I'll be on a lot of information shit. I check out the Fig Mini World a little bit. Haven't seen it in a couple weeks though. I ain't been having time. But I check out Fig Mini World when I get a chance. I ain't seen that shit in a minute though. I've been so fucking tied up in my own little world. Pivot, yup. Check them out. Who else I really been watching, bro? It's somebody I've been really checking out for sure. I just can't think of who it is, bro. Because sometimes you will catch me, bro, I'll be looking at some shit that ain't even in this lane, bro. Like, that ain't even like no nigga shit that niggas watch. Cam and Mace, shout out Cam and Mace for sure. For sure, watch Cam and Mace. I watch Vlad when it's some shit that I need to like. There's some history shit that I'm interested on. Like if it's a history clip or something like that, I'll check out Vlad. Sometime I might check out I'll check out I'll check out a Clubhouse argument. Shout out to everybody out here doing their thing, man. Shout out to everybody doing their thing in this content space. I love this game. I love doing it. Drink Champs. I check out Drink Champs for shit show when I get a chance. I love doing this shit. I love fucking with this shit. Shout out to Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Shout out to Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, I like Crit Mac too, man. Crit Mac funny than a motherfucker. Mr. Hot Dad all day, 504. Shout out to my nigga Rap Coach too, man. My boy Rap Coach doing his thing. Rap Coach got a lane of his own. If you ain't checked out Rap Coach and you just fuck with rap or conversations about rap, like the technical side of rap, check out my nigga Rap Coach. H-Time nigga. We from the same area, man. He done been on the channel before. My nigga Rap Coach, check him out, bro. For sure. I check out Rory and Mal too. Let me not forget Rory and Mal. I still be checking out Rory and Mal. I pulled up to their live show, man. Shout out Rory and Mal. Nah, I never seen that one, T Smooth. I'm subscribed to everything on the TV though, but nigga, I haven't cut my TV on in like 4 days, nigga. But I'm subscribed to everything on the TV. That's why all my subscriptions at. On my TV. I got it all because I got the PS4, all that shit in order over there. So it's like I like the on the TV, on the PS4, I like it because you could just go back to your last shit and you can see everything that came out in order. That's why I'm subscribed to everybody over there. Yeah, shout out Kwame Brown too, man. Man, I need to get Kwame Brown on this bitch, man. I gotta get in contact with that nigga. I'm trying to get my interviews back rolling too, man. So we working. We gonna get them back rolling. I ain't going hard on them interviews like I was in 2018, 19, and 2020. Them interview days is over when I'm just out here every day grinding interviews. We all already see that on the channel. You don't see no I'll be checking out Fig Community. Ain't got a chance to watch it in a while though, but I'll be tapped in. Of course, shout out OG Percy, man. OG Percy show no mercy. Let's talk about that boxing real quick. Shout out to everybody doing their shit though, bro. I know I'm forgetting some people. My bad. I'm freestyling off the spot. But shout out to everybody doing their thing, man. Let's talk about that boxing. Who y'all got? I might drop some shorts tomorrow, y'all. I don't know if y'all be peeping them shorts I be doing. You say you got Crawford in 7 rounds? Okay. Damn. Appreciate it, Kush King. My boy say he fucking with that freestyle. If you ain't seen that motherfucker, go turn it up right now. Go turn that freestyle up right now, man. If you ain't seen it, it's hot. My boy say he got Crawford in 7 rounds, man. Okay. We'll see. So you said he gonna knock the nigga out. You ain't even thinking, bro. Errol Spence ain't never been knocked out, bro. Never came close to being knocked out. It's gonna be a hell of a fight, and I'm ready for it. Have y'all checked out the shorts I be doing when I'm talking on the shorts? What y'all think about them? Y'all fuck with them? Because I do be wanting to do more of them motherfuckers. I might do one of those tomorrow. You be watching the shorts? Okay, I'm gonna keep them coming too. I'm gonna keep them coming to more of them voiceover shorts and shit. This nigga Dutch crazy. We up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I don't think I forgot nothing. Yeah, I'll be dropping them sometime. I'm gonna keep them coming. I gotta keep everything fresh with y'all, man. I want to keep everything fresh. I don't want to be stuck in one lane in this shit. Like, I'm not gonna be the nigga. Like, I'm gonna be the nigga that's gonna till it make all the way sense, bro. I'll be the nigga with 500K subs, still just dropping shit on the fly, bro. So that's how I'm gonna do this shit, nigga. Like, all over the place, nigga. Like, just dropping lit shit, nigga. Whether it be a short, whether it be some shit in the car, maybe it be some shit outside, even here inside my studio room. We gonna bring it all, nigga. I can really come in here every day and just drop shit in right here from the computer. But I like to do everything. I want to keep everything fresh. Appreciate y'all tapping in tonight's vibe stream, man. It's 3:46. It's 3:46. Ooh! But see, that's because I stayed up late last night, man. Damn. Fuck it, though. We straight, man. Let's ride out. We gonna go out like this. Y'all know how we going out. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. If you ain't subscribed and you've been watching this show, get your shit together, nigga. Stop being like that. If you ain't hit that like button and you watch this whole free ass show, you foul, nigga. I'm gonna put my shit on. I ain't worried about you niggas, man.
Like I'm walking on air, yeah.
Feel like I'm walking on water, floating, graveyard shift, fuck it. I ain't doing no content tomorrow. I'm gonna go give me a cut. No videos tomorrow. I'm starting to hate that word content, man. But it's all good. Good call my blood. Walking on air. Walking on water. It's all love, man. Appreciate y'all tonight. We all coming my motherfucking live streams, my vibe stream, nigga, the vibe stream. We all coming to the vibe stream. Make sure y'all active, nigga. I'm doing this shit for free. I ain't getting paid no money tonight. I ain't making no money off this, and that's cool. We need participation, not donations. We vamping, man. Post. Hit that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, man. We doing shout outs real quick. Who up in here? Where you from? Let's get it. Let's get it. We ended after this, man. Who up in here? Let's get it. Turn it up, man. We on the way out. Get up that pussy. I turn to a shell. Just like an actress. Shout out. Yup, I'm from GP. Shout out J2 Trill. Chirac in the building. Harm Clark in the building. Deep inside our own shit. Shout out to New Orleans 504. J2 Trill, Northside in this bitch. Phoenix in the building. New Orleans, Harm Clark. Tampa, Virginia, okay. Lil' Cuz Breezy, okay. Now say he from the old Atlanta, nigga. Hold on. My nigga say he from the old Atlanta, nigga. What that mean, nigga? That nigga say he on the valley. Hey, boy, that valley hot than a motherfucker. I don't go on that valley no more, nigga. That nigga Rick Ross is just on the valley. Boy, say Atlanta in here. North Carolina in the building, nigga. East Atlanta, Stone Mountain. Going down, nigga. That ain't beef, nigga. Where I'm from, we keep the drama in the streets, nigga. Seat, nigga. And it came with a beam, nigga.
No doors on the cheap, nigga.
Yeah, Ross came over there to the liquor store. He was doing that Bel Air shit. This was yesterday, I think. And, y'all went to Westfield. Man, I'm gone, man. I'm tired. I ain't playing the freestyle, man. Heartbreak Kid, we'll do fucking I play it real quick, man. After this, I'm done, man. this, I'm done. This for Heartbreak Kid. I'm finna go grab me something. Drink real quick. Y'all check out them 2 videos I dropped tomorrow. Days a week, catch a shopping in the mall. Don't need to. Oh man, it's going down. If you ain't watched this freestyle, go in the comments, man. Walker, man, he wrecked his whole day. He took a nigga back to the grow up days, man. Great tape, screwed up click, little Kiki, 9-4 people in my window. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that whole Dungeon family, Goody Mob, whole screwed up click, man. This took a nigga back. I had to come do one for my people on here. They've been asking for the freestyle. Here we go though. 1994. H-Time, Texas, man, we kicking in the door. When it comes to the freestyle, I'm a pro. No pad or pencil, just instrumental. When I'm on the mic, I can keep the shit simple. No complex, I don't do stress. Shout out to God, he got a young nigga blessed. Chasing my dream, stacking my cream. From the city of the candy paint and the lean. And the diamond chain. And the pinky ring. Niggas steady hating, that's a low down dirty shame. Trying to make a name off a real player from the Himalayas. Me and my niggas passing bitches and we sham. We don't give a fuck. Real player G code, niggas coming up. H-Time, Texas, man, shout out to the city. All the real niggas in this bitch fucking with me. Got the damn drink pulled up in the Simply, and it's tasting good. H-Time, Texas, man, I represent the hood. I represent the North. Shout out to the South. Shout out to the East. Shout out to the West. It's all love, no flex. 7 days a week, H-Time, niggas fresh. And we dress the best. Urban politicians. Niggas think a nigga getting money and I'm slipping. Nah, nigga can't, gotta stay up on my pivot. God gave a nigga chances, so I gotta grip it. Can't fall off. I represent the North. H-Time, Texas, man, I'm moving like a boss. Ain't tripping off a motherfucking one loss. I'ma bounce back, make the cash stack. Might pull out the Lexus or a new lap. Yeah, I'm coming up. I never gave a fuck. Well, my chain everywhere, it's never ever took. God on the side, keep a nigga prayed up. Don't give a fuck. Niggas getting money, and we coming up, staying fly. Beat switched up, but I ain't gonna let it die. I don't smoke fry, keep my mind clear. Nigga, we taking over this fucking year. Got your bitch over there, she gon' disappear. Yeah, that hoe choose it. Cause we coming up, see that hoe smiling, yeah, that hoe took. Niggas like us, we don't need stylists. Real H-Time nigga don't do fingernail polish. We don't do dresses, we don't do good. Almost fell out, man, I keep the flow going, keep the drink pouring. Got the damn chain on my neck, feel like it's snowing. No faking. Nigga like me, man, the nigga bitch take it. But I'm focused on my paper, take it back. Niggas in my city break the light with the latch. Make the trunk pop, make the fifth fall. 7 days a week, catch a shopping in the mall. Don't need designer, only need a cut. Good cologne on the bitch, gon' choose up. Maybe white teeth, maybe what black. Coming from the city, the trunk flip up and it crack. Make the fifth file hit MLK, then we hit sometime all on the Sunday. Off the top, I swear it ain't written. H-Time, Texas, man, the nigga really lives it. Niggas talking down, so I see that I'm gifted. Got my own style, I got my own lane. Nigga like me, I got my own fucking name. On fucking shit, nigga, we gon' get rich. H-Time, Texas, urban politicians, the motherfucking clique. This the lifestyle. I can keep flowing for a motherfucking while. Niggas get the papers, they talking dime. We ain't focused on the haters, nigga, we gon' shine. Keep the shit under the motherfucking old law. Nigga like me, man, you might see a flaw, but a nigga getting better. I'm stacking up my cheddar. Made a couple slip-ups in the past, we getting better. Gotta avoid weather, the motherfucking storm. Gon' put the ice stop watch on my arm. Man, I'm lying, I'm just talking shit. I'm stacking all my paper till a nigga get rich. Motherfucker bitch, we gon' go get it. H-time, Texas, long live screw, and we lit it. Lit it what up for a fat pack. Niggas still going, nigga. You heard of that? Heard of what that? I'ma go in the flow. I ain't rehearsed this, is off the dome for sure. Never love a hoe, never love a slut. Nigga like us, we steady stacking cash up, man. It's going down. Urban Politician TV. Sorry, I saw Walker record this all today, man. You come get on this bitch immediately, man. Shout out to the whole TSF Drip Club. Shout out to the whole ATL. Shout out to motherfucking Dungeon family. Oh, Goody Mom grew up on that shit too. Screwed up click. Fat Pat, Big House. All the legends we done lost. Rest in peace, Pimp C, nigga. All the real niggas for shit show. Make sure y'all subscribe to Urban Politician TV. Stay on your pivot, man. We gonna spill the real every time, nigga. Off the top. Dropping it right now, nigga. Wreck them niggas, man. Broke them boys on. All right, man. Y'all get y'all some sleep. I'm finna give me some sleep, man. Y'all got a nigga up all night. Man, I ain't dropping shit tomorrow, man. Y'all niggas done fucked up my schedule, man. I'm here fucking with y'all. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, man. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Then I might do some shit that y'all wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I kind of want to hit that damn gold diggers again. Y'all been the gold diggers? Shout out to gold diggers, man. I kind of want to fuck with that gold diggers again, man. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, man. Stay out the way. Shout out to everybody. If you're going through something, I hope you go get through it. Prayers up to all y'all, man. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.